I promise you that 9 out of 10 times, it's not that man who's making the decision about the law firm. It's the woman in his life. It could be a daughter, it could be a sister, a wife, you name it. But it's a woman who is taking the initiative to get help for the family.
Susan, your organization, A Case for Women, focuses on changing the narrative in the contingency fee legal space, particularly towards women. You mentioned that many law firms don't understand who the real client is. Who should law firms see as the real client?
A lot of law firms think that the person who's been injured is the real client. And sometimes that's true, but over half of the time, I would say there's someone else in the family, and it's generally a woman, who is your actual client because she's the one who is pushing the family to get help. For example, we see a lot of young people whose parents have called us and asked for help for their 20-something-year-old. We see a lot of older people who are being assisted by children, adult children, to get help. In that case, the adult children are really the clients. We see situations in which men are embarrassed to come and to ask for help. So their wives are coming to us and asking for help. Over and over again, we see that it's a woman, a parent, a sister, a wife, a daughter, who is coming to us for help, and we think of them as the real clients because they're the ones making sure that the victim or the survivor, in whatever situation it is, that person is getting the help that they need. They will also be the person making sure that person is responsive to the law firm, that the medical records or the police reports or whatever is needed for the case, the PFSs, that all of that's going to be done.
Susan, you've described women as the gatekeeper or even chief medical officer for their families. What impact are women having on deciding which plaintiff's law firm their families should retain?
I wish every law firm understood that they're really always talking to the woman in the household, even if the ultimate plaintiff is a man. For example, mesothelioma cases, which have been around for a long time and are historically seen as very male, while the plaintiff could very definitely be a man. Maybe it's a man who's been in construction a long time. I promise you that 9 out of 10 times, it's not that man who's making the decision about the law firm. It's the woman in his life. It could be a daughter, it could be a sister, a wife, you name it. But it's a woman who is taking the initiative to get help for the family. This is something that a lot of guys can relate to when I put it to them this way. Who in your household gets you to the doctor? Do you get yourself to the doctor for your checkups? Probably not. It's probably your wife or your sister or your daughter or somebody who's nagging you and saying, hey, you got to go in and see about that cough, right? The same thing happens in the legal space. It's the woman in the family who says, look, honey, we got to do something about this. And let's find a law firm who can really help our family.
How are law firms missing out on not connecting with this critical audience?
I think law firms miss out because they continue to think that if the ultimate plaintiff is a man, then they need to appeal to the man for their messaging. And that's just not true. The women want to have a conversation. They want to feel safe. They want to get to know their lawyer. They want to spend time. They want that relationship. And if the law firm will make time for that relationship, it will reap benefits for them.